Since we live in a time where complaining is rewarded, where whiny behavior actually scores you points, let me try something out. This is AOH's Complaints of the Week. Number 1, making excuses for Team USA. They're too small. Oh boy, just like the Lakers were too small for the Nuggets, even though they were the same size or bigger. What? Where was the pity for small people when the Warriors were winning championships with small ball and everyone was calling them an unfair super team? This is before KD. And with drafted players and people you never heard of before joining the Warriors, they won while being tiny. But now let's include KD. KD was the tallest guy on the team. Just win. Nick Wright manages to squeak in that the starting lineup that would have worked for Team USA included LeBron James. Come on. I know LeBron fans don't actually look at games apparently, but LeBron was a terrible teammate this year that absolutely got carried by his superior roster. Complaint 2, and I'll get more into this in a different episode. Why does JJ Reddick get to talk about toughness at all? I don't think his hair got messed up once during his career while on the court. Complaint 3, Club Shay Shay. Why does a grown man, an ex-football player, get to name something Club Shay Shay without getting ripped to shreds? You cannot slice that up anyway without that being a fucking douchebag name. Club Shay Shay. Come on, man. This guy felt the need to let you know that he's the owner of his own show.
Welcome to another edition of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay.
Continuing with Club Shay Shay. Stephen A. Smith comes on Club Shay Shay. The first 20 minutes are these two sucking each other off at full volume. It was the most annoying noise I've ever heard. I was ready to listen to Nick Wright instead of these two fucking cackling. They didn't even talk about anything except sucking each other. There was no sports talk for like the first fucking 20 minutes. Same two guys, except now on First Take. My first complaint is an observation that Shannon Sharpe finally showed a little bit of respect for his co-host by keeping his mouth shut when the other person was making a point. When Skip would start to make a point, Shannon would start yelling and talk over him. Yeah. One of the things that they talked about in that show was that you have to consider what the person goes through off the court in the GOAT debate. And they narrowed this down to social media scrutiny. Okay. Either make it just about dealing with social media scrutiny or don't, because it started with saying you have to include that in the consideration for who's the GOAT. Is that part of the GOAT debate or not? Are we going to stick to basketball or are we going to stick to other things? But next, more scrutiny? How about more defenders? How about more excuse makers in a time where people accept excuses? In a time where people make excuses for the player rather than back then where more things were demanded of the players, and anything outside of a more conservative America, if you can even believe that, was going to be scrutinized. Now you can fucking do all kinds of stupid shit. Do you hear how many excuses are being made for Ja Morant for his ongoing stupidity and countless other players? And LeBron James, is this quote real? Where he said, I'm too important to society to just shut up and dribble? LeBron James is accused of doing steroids, and we're not hearing a bloody thing about it. How is this a tougher time? Let's also consider that the media aren't breaking into LeBron's house and putting a microphone next to him while he's having dinner with his family. This is LeBron James voluntarily tweeting the stupid shit that he says, or going to press conferences, many of which he sets up himself, and saying these things. Why would you not be subjected to scrutiny for voluntarily putting stupid things out there? I mean, Mike said some things that weren't great, and no one's ever let him forget about it. It's going on this week, but it's nothing new. It happens all the time. More and more stories about, have the Lakers done enough to help LeBron pursue another championship? Does anyone get tired of hearing how much franchises have to do to carry somebody who's supposed to be carrying the franchise? Supposedly. All right, that's going to have to do it for now. I have to head out of town again. Let me know if you liked this idea of a quick weekly or bi-weekly rant. And if not, that's fine. Let me know.